Okay, good morning. Today I want to discuss about the topic more concerning about ourselves as Africans before we blame the Europeans or the white people of racism. Let's first reflect about our hearts, because whenever you point a finger to somebody, you know that 3 fingers are seeing you. Yes, we are pointing to them that they are making black Africans or black Americans suffer. But let's reflect, or let's try to evaluate on how we Africans have handled ourselves, or how we have handled our brothers and sisters throughout history. We may blame them that they are killing us, but do you know we are killing ourselves more than the way the whites are treating us? Africans are killing Africans more than the whites are killing us. Yes. Therefore, this is the time for us to reflect on how we can reconcile with our brothers, how we can work, how we can create peace. Okay? Like in history, we have seen genocide. Many people have died because of genocides. And what is the causes of genocides? Tribalism, almost racism. People have died because of racism. Like in 20th century, more than 10 million people died within the Central Africa, Democratic Republic of Congo, Rwanda, even Uganda. Many people died because of genocide. We are hating each other. We are killing each other. And we go and blame the whites that they are killing us. But let's first reconcile ourselves. Let's first create peace. Then they will respect us. Like what happened in Sudan, South Sudan. More than 2 million people were killed, though the war was more of religious. Died. Okay. There are many things which are happening in Africa. People, we don't respect ourselves as Africans. Many things have been happening. There is a war which happened in Democratic Republic of Congo between the Ituri and the Pygmies. These people killed themselves, almost like 500 million people died. Those are tribal wars. Those are genocides. All happening in Africa, killing ourselves. Why do we kill ourselves anyway? You know, in Uganda, more than 300 people were murdered by Amin during the regime of Amin. Amin killed many people, and he's an African. But we have never demonstrated about it. We don't want to talk about it. Before we blame Europeans, let's first check ourselves as Africans. Racism outside, yet we are the one who are practicing racism, yet we are the one who are practicing hatred. Okay. You know what happened during the time of Amin, where the Acholis could fight the Baganda and the Baganda could fight the Acholi? It was kind of more of tribal. The genocide of Rwanda in 1970. You know what happened? The Hutu, almost like 150 people died. The Hutu people died. But after the Hutu retaliated and they killed the Tutsi, and more than 1 million Tutsi people died just in Rwanda. That one, we made a mark. Okay? Up to now, they are still reconciling themselves, but it's not easy. Those genocides, and whenever I see somebody promoting, I'm a tribe of this tribe, I'm from this tribe, I feel like this man wants to bring another genocide. The more you promote your tribe, the more you talk about other people's kind of, that they are inferior tribe. There, I don't connect with you, because it's like you are talking of the Tutsi and the Hutu. The moment you start promoting your tribe, you know, at the time you face it what? Because you are not immune from the genocides. Like what happened in the Bamba and the Bakonzo, just of recent in 2014. They killed themselves. I don't know. And we see the ethnicity and the tribal wars which have been happening throughout Africa. What are causing them? Why are we having those differences anyway? Because we all breathe the same oxygen, we have the hemoglobin, red blood cells within our body, we have the same skin, we live the same environment. I don't know why we hate each other. I don't know why Africans try to segregate, try to create the groups within the sinister groups, and it is affecting the development of Africa. Tribalism is affecting African development, and it is the one which is also hindering the unity for Africa. Another thing which has killed many Africans is the civil wars come out of like because of poor government, because of corruption, embezzlement of funds, and when people are tired of the government, they come in and they want to remove the government, hence leading to what? To the civil war. Many civil wars have been happening, like the civil war of South Sudan in 1956, where the Britain and the Egyptian came and fought within South Sudan. I don't those. It almost lasted for 16 years. People dying for 16 years. Why? Because of poor governance. Civil wars. Nigeria civil war. And after when Nigeria received the independence in 1960, it lasted only few years, and it went into a civil war of 1970, and it was targeting the Igbo. Many people died because of the civil war in Nigeria, and we still see there is no peace at all in Nigeria. When you bring in the issue, I will talk about it. The issue of Boko Haram, the what, the Igbo tribes are fighting. Oh my God. The country which is supposed to be flourishing, but people are still killing each other. And we don't want to talk about them. People want to talk about George Floyd. Ugandan civil war. In 1894, the British signed the agreement with the Uganda Kingdom. They made it a constitutional monarchy. But after signing this agreement, the colonialists, or this Britain, used the Uganda to attack our. Imagine, and they killed themselves. These are Africans, these are Ugandans, but they killed themselves. Even we still have lost counties. Still have that history of lost counties. Yeah, like Uganda. Yes, with NRM, they have tried to fight to bring out peace. But if you see many lives which have died because of Rhodes Resistance Army led by Joseph Kony, I don't think Africa. I don't know why why should Kony kill people from year 1, second year, third year, 20 years killing people? And you say Africans, we are safe? No. And I think they have never caught him. He's still there. I think he's still killing. Was because you want to fight the government. Many people have died. Even I remember going in the war. They came at our place. They killed more than 9 people in my village. It was very disastrous. And they are not waiting. They are Pharaoh brothers carrying guns, going killing, carrying horse, killing everybody. Whenever they meet you, they kill you. That's a problem. Pharaoh African killing your fellow African? How should I call that? Are we no longer human beings? There are many civil wars which have happened. The 1962 civil war of Rwanda, the rebellion civil war of 1980. We have the Mozambique civil war of 1975, South Sudan of 2013. Many people died. Many people have died because of these civil wars. Thousands. It is not even in hundreds. When a civil war comes in, it does not last for 1 year. Okay. Why Africa can't we be blessed with good leaders, good governance? I don't know why. But shall we continue killing ourselves? Another thing which has killed many Africans, it is poverty and hunger. That one is more of a disease. Like how people are complaining in this lockdown. How people are crying because of hunger. Like I've been checking the statistics that more than 60 million. No, not 60 million. 6 million children died within 20 years because of hunger. And which country is leading with this system in hunger? It is Chad and Congo, those ones are well known. Hunger is always there. But are they, if you see their geographical setup, are they supposed to be starving? Congo, Chad, the way Africa is blessed with good soils, the way Africa is blessed, I think there should be no any kind of hunger. But I wonder, because of poor leadership, because of these civil wars, because of these genocides, there is no peace. People are killing each other. There is no time to cultivate. There is no time for agriculture, and the repercussion is hunger. Even I'm still wondering, why is it that after the Ugandans are crying of hunger? Just a lockdown of few months, people are crying of hunger. Uganda crying of hunger. Now, hunger, I can't attribute it to natural disaster. I attribute it to the poor government. Because any person who dies because of hunger is killed by the government. It is the responsibility of the government to take care and to protect the citizens. But if people die because of hunger, then you are responsible as a leader. Any soul, any person who have died because of hunger in Africa, we are responsible as Africans. Because we don't have that unity, we don't have those systems to care for people who are suffering. Another issue which has killed many Africans and which is still killing Africans, I don't know when this one will stop, are accidents. Poor road, traffic accidents. Baba. Just of recent I was in Uganda for my vacation, my dear. A man was driving the link bus as if poor driving. Wonder, here I have the whole family with me. People almost every day on the road. Who is killing people? Poor drivers, poor law enforcement for traffic rules, poor government to construct good roads, standard roads. Yeah, it is also any person who dies on the road, the government is responsible. Why should you allow people to die anyhow? Nobody cares. In Africa, nobody cares. Oh, by the way, African continent has been ranked as the first in reporting a lot of cases of accidents on the road. More than 2.23 million people die every year, and this is a report of 2016. 2.3 million people die because of accidents. Just this is from Global Status report on road traffic. And they tell you that accidents on the road are killing many people in Africa more than HIV and tuberculosis, which means road accidents are taking a lot of Africans. And nobody cares. The government, as long as they are protected by these rallies when they are moving, they don't care about died over you, they don't care. But every soul is attributed to the head of the government. Every person who dies on the... And we have other countries where you can't even hear of accident because everything is clear. Roads are very standard. But if you see our African countries, because of corruption, because of embezzlement of funds, there is no good infrastructure, there is no good roads, and people are dying. And these accidents kill the age bracket of 5 years to 29 years. People who die within that age bracket, because we are overmoving, because we are going to school, the kids are going to school, and they end up dying because of poor roads, poor government, corruption. They don't want to renovate, they don't want to construct good roads. Therefore, those people who are dying because of the accidents are also attributed to the poor government. You are the one who killing them. Then another thing which has killed our people is the poor gun handling. I can't finish a year without hearing the story that a drunkard soldier just stood up and started shooting the whole bar. Yeah? Those things have been happening in Africa. Just a soldier comes out and starts shooting everybody around. That's poor gun handling. And South Africa has been reported as the second to America in poor gun handling. Many people die. Almost, is it 9 out of 10 people die because of poor gun handling. When the population owns a lot of guns, the more cases are reported for poor gun handling and murder. And South Africa is the second. And many cases are reported on that issue. Then the murder cases. Statistics, people who die because of murder cases, because of our brothers. You find a brother hating another brother, you go and strangle him. Or you are sent by another person to kill somebody because he has given you cash. Those are murder cases. More than 4,000 people die per year in Africa because of murder. This is a report of 2018. This is just for Uganda cases, murder cases. 4,497 cases recorded by UPDF. UPF, that is Ugandan Police Force. And in 2017, it was 4,473 cases of murder. Why is it that people are killing each other? For me, sometimes I could fear to even strangle a chicken. But people are killing each other as if, I don't know why. People killing. Just of recent, there is a video which is common on the social media, where an LDU is shooting a border man. Just in the broad daylight, somebody shooting. You see how Kawesa was died, how people are dying. And we are crying of George Floyd. George Floyd has been killed. But first, check on ourselves, how we are killing ourselves. It's too much. Another case. The death of the people who die because of elections related cases. Violence. during the time of elections, voting period, campaign, you know how many people die. Why? I don't. There is a question there. Why is it that during the time of elections, people die in Africa? Why? Why is it that we don't have safe voting kind of environment? Why? I think the majority of the countries got independence in 1990s. Now, in 1992, the Angola elections led to the civil war and it lasted for 10 years just from the election period. And it lasted for 10 years, people fighting. This one, which means one party was fighting another party for 10 years. And more than 1,000 people died in Angola. 2005, Ethiopia, more than 200 people died during that time. You see how people are dying in Africa. They die anyhow. Kenya in 2007, more than 1,500 people died. 2010, Ivory Coast, 300 people died. 2011, Nigeria, more than 800 people died. That is how we select leaders. A leader has to come when people are dying. The court just maybe because they have reconciled, this Burundi has reconciled, he has tried to bring in peace, but the last elections were too tough. See what happens in Uganda. Now, my question is, can real democracy survive in Africa? Is real democracy existing in Africa when we can't go have good elections? When we can't select leaders in a peaceful way? Is that democracy? That to select a leader, people must die. Now you wait for the elections of 2021, Uganda. You will see. It can't go without any death. I don't know. That's why in my principles I will continue questioning democracy until otherwise. I've never trusted democracy. Do you know people reading? People. Anyway, I don't want to discuss about the political theories. That was not my topic. Today I want to discuss about the death rate. Domestic violence. What is causing domestic violence? People who have died in the name of domestic violence. Now this one is death within ourselves, within our families. People are killing their brothers, their wives whom they sleep with. Yeah, in my village, a man killed the whole family and he also killed himself. He joke. That is how we handle death in Africa. Domestic violence. What is causing domestic violence? One of the main causes, poverty. As long as the government does not care, nobody will care. Because there is no services, there is no peace, there is no what. People losing hope and there is no love, there is no peace. Even somebody is drinking a lot of, is taking drugs, and he ends up killing the wife. Then there are some few cases for where women are killing the men. But domestic violence is also taking our lives, is taking a lot of women's lives. Men have been made disabled, chopping off their parts of the bodies, chopping the hands. What? Women are being mistreated in Africa. Rape, defilement, all those ones. Too much chaos. It is also taking lives. Domestic violence is also taking lives. And we are complaining of the white people hating us. No, we hate ourselves. If you can hate your wife, if you can hate your children, then stop blaming other people. First, settle things in your family, settle things in your country. Then you go and blame the other people that they hate you. Then the religious mass. Can you imagine? Now, from the family, now let's go to the religion. We thought religion has to bring peace. Religion has to teach us things of spirituality. Things which containing going to heaven. No. There are some cases where people are dying because of religious affairs, religious ideologies. People are dying in the name of religion. One famous story is of Chibwetere, Nikanungu, 2000. Many people were burnt alive. Live wire. That is an Africa. That is the heart of an Africa. Even though he's a pastor, he can't burn the whole church. That is Chibwetere in Uganda. Made the history. Where can you get the heart to burn your followers? Uganda matters. It is also a murder case. It shows how can you kill your fellow servants? So I call them servants, pigs, who served him. How can you execute them? That is the heart of an African. Kabaka Mwanga killed these younger guys innocently because they decided to follow their religious conviction or religious belief. And he decided to kill them. 23 Anglicans and 22 Catholics. Then, I'm concluding with this case because for it is still vivid and still current. The terrorism attack in Africa. Terrorists, just even in this COVID-19 cases, do you know that in 9th April 2020, Boko Haram attacked Western Africa in Mozambique? They are still attacking. They don't care of coronavirus. These are terrorists. They don't care. And who are these terrorists? They are our fellow brothers, fellow Africans. Okay. This is the report from African Center for Study. Just in 1 month of March, 117 terrorist attacks, and resulting into 944 deaths within March, this last March. The whole of Africa, 117 attacks of terrorists. They don't care for corona. They don't care. They are there to kill. The ICCs, the Al-Shabaabs, Al-Qaeda, they are centered in Africa. You know what is happening in Somalia. You know what is happening in South Sudan. You know what is happening in Nigeria. Oh my goodness. These are our fellow Africans, and they are killing in the name of religion. They are killing in the name of they are convinced they are doing what is good. That is what makes me happy. Sometimes I laugh, not happy, but I'm crying inside my heart. But how can you kill your brother in the name of religion? These are ideologies. Religion is to liberate humanity, but where Africans we are going, shall we continue killing ourselves? I was terrified in 2010 when the Al-Shabaabs attacked Uganda. More than 74 people died, and many were injured. Can you imagine? They come in Uganda, you can't see them. What if they are white? At least you could know them. But they are fellow Africans. They are fellow brothers. They finish you. Where do you get that conviction? I'm wondering, why Africans? I'm still questioning. Leaders have been questioning the general, but if we go even to leaders, the way they are handling human lives, Africa, are we cursed? Then you come out and start blaming people. They have racism. First handle your tribalism, your ethnic differences, your political party differences, many ways of differentiating. We are dividing ourselves in many ways, religiously, spiritually, tribes, clans. We abuse each other. I don't know why Africa. We have same blood, we breathe the same oxygen, we are from same continent, but I don't know why you get the guts of killing each other. Never. What is my prayer? My prayer, I'm praying very hard that at least this process of uniting Africa may be quick. Maybe it is the only way of liberating Africa. Because when we are united, we shall be seeing ourselves as brothers. There will be no kind of political parties and whatever, and there will be no, maybe we may be blessed with good leadership, which can take all over the country, and we shall be having the same economy, same currency. Yeah, and we shall be seeing ourselves as brothers and sisters. But the issue of killing ourselves is still continuing. I have been saying this depending on the history, but many things are happening. People are killing each other, and people don't want to talk about it. But in America, they killed one person. But you see, demonstrations have spent more than 7 days. People are still demonstrating up to now because of one soul. Yes, there are many things connected with the death of George Floyd, but you see there is a collaboration, there is unity. But Africans, why? Death in Africa as if it is normal. And you start crying with the Americans. George Floyd, because of racism, first go and handle yourself with your tribalism, your segregation, your favoritism, your bad government. Then go and cry with the Americans. Let me pray hard. Let's pray for unity of Africans. Thank you for listening. And may God bless you. A nice day.